I just purchased the program, and of course I expected them to do it, but the upsell, ready for the upsell, which means as soon as you buy something, they try to get you to buy a little bit more and just pay a little bit more by getting the extra exclusive offer. And it says, dunk by dinner time tomorrow. Before you eat your meatloaf, you'll be dunking. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Nathanael Morton, and in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing Vert Shock. I myself am a vertical jump coach, and I've helped thousands of individuals increase the vertical jump and get as explosive as possible. So I'm going to know right away whether or not the exercises and the workouts in Vert Shock are legit, or whether they're just selling you a dream and the exercises and the workouts in the program as a whole is not going to get you as many results as you were hoping for. What I'm going to do is buy the program right now in front of you. I'm going to review the program and give you my honest review. I'm not going to bash them unless they need bashing. I'm just going to give you the truth. I'm going to drop some facts, and then I'm going to tell you whether or not you should invest your money in this program. Vert Shock. We got a bunch of advertisements right off the bat. As you can see, this is the most marketed vertical jump training program in history. Vert Shock is watching you. Vert Shock, #1 worldwide jump. Finally dunk like a total BA. Vert Shock, the dirty secret behind the world's #1 dunker. Not gonna watch all these videos. The only proven 3-step jump training program. Oh my goodness, guys. That adds at least, nothing less, at least 9 to 15 plus inches to your vertical jump in less than 8 weeks. I have so many people who ask me questions about Vert Shock, and I can see why, because there's a bunch of videos of people getting results off of Vert Shock, and they tell you that you're going to gain at least 9 to 15 inches in less than 8 weeks. I'm just gonna tell you right now, you are not going to gain 15 inches in less than 8 weeks. And they're kind of generalizing right now, because you're gonna tell me that Vert Shock is going to help me gain 15 inches? No, okay, so there's obviously a vertical jump spectrum. If you have a lower vertical jump, it's a little bit easier to add inches on your vertical than if you have a higher vertical jump. But I'm sorry, but 8 weeks is not enough time, I'm sorry, to even gain 9 inches for most people. Some people can, but you're not gaining 9 inches, and you're definitely not gaining 15 inches in less than 8 weeks. I have a free bodyweight vertical jump training program. You can get it by commenting jump down below in the comment section. People tell me that they gain 12 inches. That is probably like the max that I've gotten. People said they have gained 12 inches in 16 weeks. So in half of that time, you would gain more inches with Vert Shock than you did with my bodyweight vertical jump training program. It ain't happening. Guaranteed to take you from below the rim to throwing down your own nasty dunks in less than 8 weeks. Hey, soon to be dunker, I don't care if you're under 6 feet tall, I don't care if you're unathletic. Listen, they are selling you the dream, okay? There better be freaking Skittles and the best exercises of my life inside this program when I buy it. I hope it don't cost too much. Let's watch one of these videos and let's see if this individual in fact gains 9 to 15 inches on their vert. Not gonna use the volume because I want to talk over what I see. Okay, this guy's 6 foot. Andreas, I'm sorry if you're watching this. You are 6 foot, you're 29 years old, same age as me, with a 29-inch vertical jump. This is before Vert Shock. All right, so that's not that bad. Before Vert Shock, for 6 foot, okay, he can easily touch the rim, but he cannot dunk. After 2 weeks, okay, pause. This is after 2 weeks, right? We've gone through 2 weeks. I don't see much of an increase with that jump. Did you see much of an increase? But you're telling me that in 8 weeks, I'll have a 9 to 15 inch gain in my vertical jump. I'm sorry, but what do we see right there? Half an inch gain, or maybe an inch gain in your vertical? Come on, Vert Shock. You only got 6 weeks left. Where's all the gains coming in? Must be in the second and third phase or something. Here we go. Okay, so still not dunking after 2 weeks. Here's after 3 weeks. All right, so he's getting up a little bit now. we see a little bit of gain in his vertical, but he still can't dunk. So 3 weeks, Vert Shock, you only got 5 weeks left. What are you doing? So he gets his first dunk in week 4. And I'm sorry, I'm very happy for your first dunk, but you kind of squeaked that one through. I wouldn't constitute that as a real dunk, okay? Week 5. So hold on, wait a minute. We are in week 5. You're supposed to help me gain 9 to 15 inches. So I understand, it's marketing. You have to tell people you're gonna gain 16 inches on your Vert Shock in 3 hours. You have to tell people that they're going to gain a lot of inches from your program to get people interested in your program. Or do you? You don't. I don't sit there and tell people that they're gonna gain all kinds of crazy inches when they do my free bodyweight vertical jump training program. I shoot straight. I tell them like it is. You will probably gain with my bodyweight program 6 to 10 inches in 16 weeks, 4 months, 6 to 10 inches. If you haven't been training prior to that, if you have been training prior to that, then it's harder for you to increase your vertical jump. But no, Vert Shock, you gain 50 inches in 14 minutes. That's what they're claiming, okay? Anyways, gets his first dunk. That was a dunk right there. So pretty easy already. You really got your first dunk in week 5, okay? So Vert Shock only got 3 weeks left. In week 6, I was really tired, okay? Really tired, but I'm still dunking because I'm on Vert Shock and I got new shoes, okay? I'm dunking. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry that I keep stopping it, but we are in week 6. You're telling me that in 8 weeks, I'm going to gain 9 to 15 inches. Ah, guys, come on. Week 7. Week 7, I'm booming. And it's with 2 hands. We got to give him credit. This is with 2 hands. It's a lot harder than you think. It's a lot harder than dunking with 1 hand. Okay, that was an oop. Anybody could do oops. I'll do a oop off of no legs. Okay. So, but we have to give him that. He's dunking off of, he's a 2-foot jumper and he's dunking with 2 hands. Much harder than dunking with 1 hand. Now we got a new hoop. Can we get a height check? Is that 10 feet? All right, so he's still dunking. It kind of looks the same. Okay, 1 week after Vert Shock, which let me stop the program. 1 week off of training when you have had a week rest. You've let your muscles rest. You've let your tendons rest. Your central nervous system has had a week of rest. You will be jumping higher. So let's see what the real results were after the entire Vert Shock program. Because up until now, it doesn't look like 9 to 15 inches, ladies and gents. All right, so that was high. Your vertical 100% increased, but you reach 1 hand up. You're not using a ball, so you can get full arm swing. See, here's the thing. Before Vert Shock, he tested his vertical jump, jumping up and reaching with 2 hands, which is a lot harder than the picture on the right where he is jumping up and reaching with 1 hand. Now, he definitely made some gains because on the right, we can see that the rim is about halfway between his wrist and his elbow. Now, I measured my own wrist and my own elbow. It was about 10 to 11 inches. Now, he's the same height as me. We probably have similar standing reach. So halfway between your wrist and your elbow, where the rim is on his arm, is probably, we'll give him 6 inches. But on the left, we see that his fingertips are at the rim. Here's the thing. If you can jump and reach with 2 hands and get your fingertips to the rim, I can almost guarantee you that if you reach with 1 hand, you can get your entire palm above the rim. Look at the angle of his shoulders on the left and look at the angle of his shoulders on the right. You can get a lot higher when you reach with 1 hand. So we will give him a good 6-inch gain in his vertical, which is incredible. 100%. It looks like in this video that Vert Shock will get you some gains, but I'm telling you, they will not get you as many gains as they claim. We just can't be sure, right? This is a lot of marketing. You cannot be sure, but what we can be sure of is me buying this program, going into the program, evaluating the exercises and workouts that they give you and telling you whether or not it is going to help you increase your vertical jump, all crazy like that. Maybe it will. Maybe it will surprise me and you both. But let's go through it, okay? Let's buy their program. No more stretching your shoulders out of the sockets just to swipe the net. Yo, who's swiping the net? I'll tell you what Vert Shock can help you do. They can help you gain 9 to 16 inches on your marketing. Because these guys they're pretty good. They're literally everywhere. Yes, we found it. Get instant access to Vert Shock. Right now, today only. Today only. This is not going to be here tomorrow. If you come to this website tomorrow, this today only sale is today only. It's not here tomorrow. $67. Enter your email address. Yes, order now. I just purchased the program. And of course, I expected them to do it, but the upsell, ready for the upsell, which means as soon as you buy something, they try to get you to buy a little bit more and just pay a little bit more by getting the extra exclusive offer. And it says, dunk by dinner time tomorrow. Add 6 to 10 inches of raw vertical jump using the technique secrets of Olympic high jumpers. And you can dunk by dinner time. Before you eat your meatloaf, you'll be dunking. Congratulations and welcome to the family. All right, here's one thing that I will say. And number one, you already know that I completely hate their marketing scheme. And I don't hate that they market so much. Good, you are very good at marketing. But don't sell people the dream of gaining that many inches in 8 weeks. You know it's not going to happen. You know that they are not going to gain 9 to 15 inches in 8 weeks. They are not. But I will say, if you buy Vert Shock, you get access to Vert Shock Pro Jumping, 21-day shooting cure, quick pro handles, instant shock, whatever that is, unstoppable scoring, Netflix for basketball, 2-foot. Okay, so you get a lot of stuff. Okay. Oh wait, no, I lied. You have to unlock all this for more money. Oh my God. Just when I thought it was actually good. All right, so we are inside. And one thing I can say right off the bat is these exercises are good exercises to help you increase your vertical jump. Not 9 to 16 inches, but these are, so far, good exercises to help you increase your vertical jump. One thing I don't like is that you can't just click on the exercise to see what it is. They do have an exercise videos portion of the program if you go back, but nobody wants to go back. We want to look at our workout. We want to click right on it. Day one, dynamic warm-up, which is good. You should always do a dynamic warm-up around the square, which I'm guessing is jumps around the square, either 1 foot or 2 foot. I'm not going to look too much into these, but these are all plyometrics. These are all plyometrics. Tuck jumps, which are good. Horizontal bounds, which are good. 180 squat jumps, good. ThincPro Jump Like Justin workout, which is optional. I wonder what that is. We might have to look at that. Day two, dynamic warm-up, lateral high jumps, depth jumps, single leg box jumps, seated box jumps, cool down. So these are good. These are all good exercises, I'm telling you, but they are only plyometrics so far. There has to be some strengthening in here somewhere, or else we ain't gonna maximize our vertical. Day three, we got some uphill sprints, which are really good. Day 5, day 6, and day 7, you pretty much just repeat day 1, day 2, and day 3, which is okay. So this is 6 days of workouts and 1 day of recovery. And you guys know how I feel about that. But this is the pre-shock phase. So maybe we're trying to shock our muscles. Maybe we're trying to confuse our muscles, like this is algebra class. But 6 days on, 1 day off. I hope that is not how the entire program is scheduled, because if it is, that's not enough rest and recovery for your body if you are going full-fledged all out on these programs. All right, so moving on to the shock phase, which is week 2. Day 1 is a recovery day, which is good because you just did 6 days of workouts in your past week. Also, I'm going to blur the actual workouts out in this video. Just from a respectful standpoint, I'm not going to take somebody else's hard work that they put into this program, whether it's BS or not, and just put it out there for the world to see. This is a paid program, so if you want it, you got to pay for it, or you can get my free one by commenting jump. So I am going to blur this out. Day 2 is a workout, plyometric workout. Day 3 is a plyometric workout. Day 4 is core. Day 5 is a plyometric workout, a little bit of core. And then day 6 is a plyometric workout. So you got a lot of plyometrics, okay? You don't have that much, you don't have any exercises to actually work on increasing your max strength. There's a lot of explosive strength. There's a lot of reactive speed, reactive strength. But max strength is very hard to work on when you have body weight. It's not like you can do squats and do deadlifts. But if you look at my program, there's a lot more strengthening in my free program than there is in this $67 program. Moving on to week 3, I'm gonna go a little faster and I'll kind of give you my overarching idea as to what I think of this program once I go through the entire program here. What is this ThincPro Jump Like Justin workout? Maybe that's the secret. Maybe that is the secret to gain 15 inches on your vertical or to dunk by dinner time before mommy serves the meatloaf. Week 5, we have 3 recovery days. That is good. So we were shocking our body with electricity in the beginning. Now we're resting a little bit more, which is very smart. All right, guys, I went through the shock phase. I'm gonna go back and go through the post-shock phase, and then I'll wrap this video up and I'll tell you what I think of the vertical jump training program and whether or not it is worth it and whether or not it will actually help you increase your vertical jump and give you results like it says it will give you results. Okay, we are in the post-shock phase, which is only 1 week and very similar to the shock phase. So the exercises are the same throughout the entire program, okay, which is okay. Some people think that you need to confuse your muscles. This ain't algebra class. You can do the same exercises over and over and over. And as long as you are progressive overloading and you are getting stronger and you are getting more explosive, you will increase your vertical jump. Ladies and gentlemen, the way to increase your vertical jump is to increase your maximum strength, get stronger, and increase your rate of force development, your speed of movement, how fast your muscles can fire into the air to dunk on anybody sadly standing in the lane. You need to increase the strength and the speed of movement, the explosiveness in your calves, your hamstrings, your glutes, your tibialis, your quads, your hip flexors, your lower back, and your core. That is how you increase your vertical jump. That's it. That is how you increase your vertical. So just because all of the exercises are the same in Vert Shock, that's okay. You should be trying to progressive overload, which he does in Vert Shock. So that is a good thing. That is good. Vert Shock is decent. It is a good program. I'm trying to know what I can do with my ThincPro points though. Where can I find how to jump like Justin? Where's this jump like Justin thing? All right, guys, listen. I've literally looked everywhere and I cannot find how to jump like Justin. But let me tell you my conclusions that I've come to while reviewing Vert Shock and while going through Vert Shock and looking at all these sets and reps and the exercises, all of the workouts, the rest days, the recovery days. Vert Shock will in fact help you increase your vertical jump. Are you going to gain 9 to 15 inches on your vertical in 8 weeks? No. Absolutely not. You are not going to gain 9 to 15 inches on your vertical in 8 weeks. I don't even care if you are a beginner. If you are an absolute beginner and you're just a basketball player and you have never done any vertical jump training in your life, maybe you might start to creep up towards the 6 inches, 7 inches, 8 inches. Maybe you would gain 9 inches on your vertical if you are an absolute beginner. If somebody like me were to go through Vert Shock, I would not see any increase. I'm already doing vertical jump training. I'm already lifting weights as hard as I can. I'm already doing plyos as hard as I can. If I did Vert Shock, it would be less intense, less aggressive than what I am already doing. So I'm not gaining 9 to 15 inches on my vertical. So I don't even disagree with all their marketing. Their marketing is actually, they are watching you. Vert Shock, it's Santa Claus isn't watching you. Vert Shock is watching you. They're literally everywhere. They have cameras in here. I am being watched by Vert Shock right now. They're probably not gonna let me do this video, but Vert Shock marketing is literally incredible. If I could market my programs like Vert Shock markets their programs, I'd be a zillionaire, okay? So I don't disagree with that side. What I disagree with is them selling the dream so hard of you gaining so many inches in such a short amount of time. Okay, that's what I disagree with. So, and also, you're going to get more results from Vert Shock if, number one, you've not had any prior training, okay, then versus somebody like me or somebody like you who's already been doing vertical jump training. And also, if you have a lower vertical jump, then you can start creeping up towards the 8-inch gain, maybe 9-inch gain, okay? But if you've already been doing training, if you already have a decent vertical jump, and by decent, I mean somewhere between like 26 and 36 inches. Okay, once you get into the 30s, you're actually pretty elite. Okay, if you have a vertical jump between 26 and 36 inches, you aren't going to gain 9 inches. You're not going to go from 36 to 45. You're not. So that's all I have to say about Vert Shock. Vert Shock is a good program, especially if you are a beginner, especially if you already have a low vertical jump. What I think they are missing is some strength work. Where's all the strength work? Everything that you do is plyometrics. Now, they do hit all the muscle groups. They do a really good job of hitting the calves, of hitting the hamstrings, of hitting the glutes, of hitting the quads, of hitting not too much tibialis anterior, but what program does other than me and knees over toes guy. Not too much hip flexor. Yeah, they do. They got sprints in there. So you're working your hip flexors. You are working your lower back. They have core in there. They literally have all the muscles that you need to work. You are working in an explosive manner in Vert Shock. So that is really good. They are just missing a little bit of strength work, which you could get by doing Bulgarian split squats, by doing one leg chair stands or one leg squats. So I actually think Vert Shock is pretty good. I just don't like that they say you can gain so many inches when most of the people who are buying their programs actually have already been doing vertical jump training and actually already are basketball players or volleyball players and already have a decently high vertical jump. So will it help you increase your vertical jump? Yes. Will it help you increase your vertical jump as much as they say it will? No. And that's my conclusion.
Young visionary and I don't know where I am. I'm running blindfolded like I ain't got a plan. You either